Now we're live.
You want everybody?
Oh, man.
You want everybody? I really want to rewatch Lost.
Dude, as a man that has watched the whole series twice.
3 times.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
I think it was like last week or so was the 10th anniversary of Lost.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The season premiere?
Yeah. So I think...
Brent, did you watch Lost?
Mm-hmm.
You did? All the way through?
Yeah.
All right. We're a couple of Lost dudes. Like,
I've only seen it once through, though.
Okay, that's still fine. But you watched it all the way through.
Yeah. You didn't give up.
Yeah. You know, I respect the TV viewing habits of the both of you even more now.
I was really surprised when they all got AIDS at the end. Yeah. Magic Johnson.
Eight.
Everybody's got AIDS.
So yeah, that's a show we're into. Sons of Anarchy, and
as soon as Brent can catch up.
Yeah, as soon as Brent sees Chips die in season 6, then it'll be all good.
For all of you people.
Oh, damn it, man! I promised I would never tell you what happened to Chips.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that the new seasons of Sons of Anarchy comes on Netflix October 25th on live streaming.
25th, yeah. I'll be watching then.
If one of your friends, myself, records all of Sons of Anarchy for this season, you can catch up in October and then come and bring beer and watch all of this season that I have recorded in HD on 55-inch TV, and then you'll be caught up for the series finale. Don't.
You know what?
Oh yeah, I'll keep
that.
them. I keep them.
Does your DVR have space for?
Please, got that DirecTV upgrade, son. Like I can hold like 19,000 hours of raw, unedited Charlie Hunnam footage.
Well, we'll plow through season 6 when it gets on Netflix.
Yeah, we're gonna plow through season 6.
Yeah,
like we're gonna plow through this fall 2014 season.
Good segue.
First half recap.
Yeah,
or rather, it's really sort of a first third recap. But I've always thought when I've captained teams, not that I am this year, but you break it down into thirds. And as the brilliance of the commissioner's office breaks sort of your season down into thirds, either you get, based on your preseason ranking, you get a tough third somewhere there. You're going to get the 4 top teams, unless you're a bottom team. And like that can throw off the standings, but it also can make a big statement in the standings. If you're going through your Power 4 and you come out with a strong statement in those 4, you're going to be one of our preseason contenders. And so that's what we're talking about tonight. Preseason, not preseason now. First third of the season, contenders, possible pretenders, and then the rest of the Riddle Rabble.
Riddle Rabble.
And I might note that some teams have come out of this Ribble Rabble in recent past. Maybe you had a really tough first quarter, 1-3, just like the NFL. It's a long season, you know. Schedule gets easier, you move up. So, you know, we're going to hit everybody here because that's a total possibility for a lot of these teams.
Yeah, we figured since we hadn't podcasted in a couple weeks, and obviously last week was rained out, rather than us go 2 weeks back and start talking about results of games that we don't remember by now. We'll just talk about everyone. So let's
everybody.
What are we starting out with?
We're starting with the Recess Rejects. They're currently sitting at number 18. It's a position they're used to, but I might add here that they have been playing better than these are the new kickheads of the past. Rick Henry now at the helm. They gave Rumspringa a good game a couple weeks ago, and they haven't been shut out by anyone.
They were shut out by the Interventions 9-0 in week 2.
Okay. Since then, they scored 5 on the foul balls, 1 on the Rumspringa in a 3-1 game. So look it up here. Look it up. Negative 21 run differential, which is not the worst in the league. You know, not even the second worst.
It was a 4-2 game against Rumspringa.
Oh, excuse me, a 4-2 game.
2-run
differentials.
But they scored 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he wasn't there.
As an objective observer, those were 2 decent runs. Like, got a guy on base, moved him over, nice sack fly for the first run. I don't remember the second one. And I will say Rumspringa had opportunities there they didn't capitalize on.
Yeah, the Rejects have somewhat explosive offense, if not inconsistent though. But they'll be flat, and then all of a sudden you'll see they'll string together a couple line drives in a row. So let's see, statistically,
who's a leader on that team?
Anthony Levy is a huge boost to him. He's actually having a really good season so far. He's 7 for 9.
Yeah, and one of those I might add in the runs per game. He was trying to stretch a single into a triple, which got him out. But it's a testament to how he's been getting on base and leading that offense.
Well, he has been aggressive. He already he has a triple and he has a home run already this season. So, dude's been putting in work. Other than that, like I said, there's a couple people over 500. Adam Gold is also a good doctor himself. He's kicking 800 so far this season. He's 4 for 5.
That magical 800.
Yeah.
We're all looking for it.
Man, dude, I'm looking for it hard.
Some people say it, some people play it. 800.
Then we have at number 17, the resting pitch face, who I thought I would see higher in this ranking. I honestly hadn't looked lately. Kickball's kind of been on the back burner, as you may know, since we haven't podcasted in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine they would be a little higher on here. Might be a testament to an early, tough first quarter. They're 0-4 with a negative 18 run differential. Keith Morehart's team with some seasoned veterans, and then I know Casey Heck bringing in some noobs from the engineering sector.
Yeah, and it's tough in that you talk about what their schedule's been like. They haven't exactly faced the powerhouses of the league. They did get caught by surprise by a tough intervention squad week 1.
Which really piled up the ammunition 2 nights prior to that game.
But then since then, they've dropped games to kick in a box. They've dropped a game to kick pitches, get money. And who's the other team they played? Hot dogs and tacos. So not necessarily the top tier teams that they've dropped. So to go 0-4 to start out, it's a little bit disappointing for a team like you said has some talent on it. Just hasn't been able to come up with enough firepower to beat these teams. But Casey Heck, you mentioned he's been injured. Yeah, he has his shoulder.
Bicep reattached.
Yeah. But he was actually planning on playing this past week, like in the field. He played the week before offensively. He was getting ready to return to the field this week. Looks like he just had to delay that comeback another week. Let's see. Who do we have here? Maybe to highlight it, though, I mean, they have some guys who've been getting on base. Manny Zapata's leading the team with a 750 kicking average. Manny, too, that is.
Big fan of Manny, too.
Yeah.
I've seen him have some really good kicks in week 1 when we were talking about them playing intervention. I think he was maybe 2 for 2 that game, if I remember correctly. So it's strong offense coming from Manny, too.
Yeah, but overall, I mean, this team probably they just need to find a way to score some more runs, really. Behind him, they got a handful of people who are kicking 667. Yeah, but when that's spread across the entire lineup, sometimes it's you got to get 2 or 3 hits in a row before you get a run. So they need more of that.
Coming up from the Ophers, we got the 1 and 3ers, another group of 4 here. The Chaotic Kills, the Hot Dogs and Tacos, kicking a box and breaking bread.
So we could talk about the Kilfs.
We could.
So they're all 1 and 3.
With the worst run differential in the league at -28. Giving up 8.25 per game.
I mean, the Kilfs, though, they had that one tough one to Rumspringer where they gave up about 15. So, I mean, you could probably say the same thing about HD&T kicking a box. They probably had each a game where they got, handed to them. But that run differential for Kills, it's a lot closer than it should be after that one game.
Yeah, but they've scored the least amount of runs in the league at 5 so far through 4 weeks.
Those 5
that doesn't bode well.
Well, those 5 were all in week 1 too. So, and it almost all of those 5 were in the 5th inning of their first game, which was a come-from-behind victory over Kicking a Box. I got to say, after that game, I thought the Kilfs were going to be a team on the rise, but like you said, they followed it up with a 15-0 loss to Rumspringer, then a 14-0 loss to the Situation. So, of course, you know that.
Right there is your negative 29 runs.
Yeah,
right there.
Where were they at this week? And then a 2-0 loss to Interventions, which that game was pretty close up until the last inning. They gave up a couple runs for the loss, but yeah, the offense is the key. They're not getting those base hits in a row. Let's see what we got.
And moving up to that 1-3 group again, then got the Hot Dogs and Tacos, team near and dear to my heart.
Hot Dogs and Tacos lost 12-0 to the Hammers last week, or 2 weeks ago, September 17th.
You know, a tough loss for them. I like to think maybe they got carried away with because they hung with my team Boom, and they, you know, not a close, but a 6 or 7-1 game where, you know, if you're in that game 6 to 7 to 1 or 0, you're hanging with. Like, you know, you're not giving up more than 2 runs per inning, you know. So Hot Dogs and Tacos, I think they've got the second worst run differential in the league, but they've got solid players, and I think when they hit a good part of their schedule, they could go on a 2 or 3 game run.
That's the part. Like, they've had a tough first schedule.
They have.
The Boom, Balzania, Hammers, and Resting Pitch Face, which was their one victory. So they're probably looking forward to getting into the rest of the season.
This is the way I look at it. If you're a Hot Dog and Tacos team, which I predict is probably going to finish around 500 when the season's over. Your very first game was against a Balzania team, and if you're HD&T, I mean, you're just forming, you're just gelling that first week. So tough matchup against Balzania, but when you're looking in that third bracket or third part of the season that we're talking about, you had that one game against Resting Pitch Face, and you won. That if you were going to look at that first 4 weeks,
that's a big take.
That's a game that you need to win. You did. You handled business then. You kept it close with Boom, 4 runs, and then the Hammers at 12-0. But when you're looking at that schedule and what you thought you could do, if I was circling my calendar, I would be, all right, let's try to make some noise against Hammers, Boom, and Balzania, but let's take out Resting Pitch Face and go from there. So I think that they have the time to turn it around to get back to 500 here.
Like I said, I adopted my high school basketball coach's approach to this. If I were coaching the Hot Dogs and Tacos, A, I would love the people I had on the team. B, I would say best case scenario, we come out of this 2-2. Okay scenario, we're 1-3. And there they are.
Doesn't get any easier as they play sneak attack, interventions, kick pitches, get money, and the fourth one would be foul balls.
So you got to look at that as a best case scenario there. We get 3-1, and we get back to 500.
Yeah. You got to hope. You got to hope.
That's not out of their purview.
I think that's doable.
Within their
foul balls.
Yeah.
Sneak attack.
Kick pitches, get money.
Yeah.
Who was the other one?
Would be sneak attack. Interventions.
Intervention. Yeah, well, they can.
That's still a game they can win.
Yeah, they can go 3-1 on that schedule.
You think they can go 3-1? We're talking about sneak attack.
I'm saying if I'm the captain of that team, I'm saying to my team, hey,
get pitches,
4
kick
games,
pitches, get money.
Yeah, I say we beat them
because
we have more experience than them.
I think 2-2 would be an optimistic.
That 2-2 is an acceptable.
I'd say optimistic.
Probably. I mean, when we're talking about could they?
I'm saying
I don't think I would
the
favor them.
I would
in these games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's Matt's point. Is they're not. They wouldn't be the favorites when we're doing the gambling lines.
I accept that, but like I said, I was building my position as the coach of that team.
Yes.
You're Jeremy Smithy.
I would never want to go Jeremy Smithy, but
2-2. DJ.
All right, last two 1-3 teams. Very different here. Breaking Brad at 1-3. They only have a -10 run differential versus Kicking a Box, also at 1-3, but they have a -18 run differential. With Breaking Brad, I've seen they've had close games. They've been in it with some good teams. They have a long lineup. They've got quality players on the team.
They do.
So I think this will turn more in their favor. I think they'll be more the not just the color, but they'll be wearing that sort of PBJ 7-8-9 mantle after they score some wins I think they deserve. Not that they'll necessarily get them for sure, but they should get over other teams.
Very inconsistent. You talk about picking up the games that they should. You know, just 2 weeks ago they played the Fireballs, and I felt like they kind of no-showed that one too. They lost 3-1, and that was a game I really expected them to come away with for the reasons you mentioned. They do have some quality players, but it's just a little up and down with those guys. They got their one win against Recess Rejects, and then they lost to Kick Pitches Get Money. They've also lost to Balzania. But that Balzania game I actually watched, and it was because I was doing the stat keeper on it, and they were hanging with them for a while. It wasn't until maybe the third inning or so that Balzania kind of broke loose. But yeah, good. And there's some talent on this team.
Good female core, the Rocks.
Yeah, the Rocks are doing really well. Let me actually pull up there.
While you're doing that, I want to notate, because I know that's probably been chiming in on the comments thread, is that Hot Dogs and Tacos will not be playing Sneak Attack. That was last week that got rained out. So their next four would be the three teams that we mentioned, and then also Recess Rejects.
Okay, so a 3-1 road.
Yeah, Lisa Rock is currently 4 for 6 this season. Aaron Rock is kicking 500, 1 for 2. So I don't think she's been to too many games. But yeah, Lisa's got a couple runs. I think they're kicking her like they might have had her at leadoff in the last game actually, which isn't bad at all. Actually, yeah. Let's see who else is standing out for this crew. Scott Miller. I don't know him, but he's starting out 3 for 3.
Hey, Scott.
This man more kicks.
Jeff White, I see you. 750. Not bad, not bad.
Providing that veteran leadership they need.
That's right. Yeah. What was the other 1-3 team?
The last 1-3 team, Kicking a Box.
This my kick in a box.
Kicking a box.
Started out last season, lost their spiritual guidance when Taylor moved north.
Yeah.
The guy who's obviously his brother, he looks exactly like him.
Sounds exactly like him too.
I've never spoken to the guy, but I already know. I was like, oh, you better be Taylor's brother.
Is it really his brother?
Yeah, it's his little brother Dewey is on the team.
Dewey Cox. The wrong kid died.
No, but if you actually hear him talk, like next time you're kicking about it, like it's unmistakable. It sounds just like Taylor, like the same vocal cords and everything. So, but beyond that, Kicking a Box, I think is they're athletic.
They're a scrappy team.
They're young. They are scrappy. When they figure it out, they're going to be pretty good. You see little flashes of it here and there, but a lot of it is just they're still not quite consistent or clicking to get, like I see them do stuff like bunt down 3 with runners on first and second and, forcing those outs at 3. I've roughed a couple of their games. And they also just need to think. They play a little tight, too, when they have a lead or if they're in a close game. And they've had some late inning kind of collapses that have hurt them. Like they lost to the Chaotic Kilfs in week 1. Mentioned that earlier. They lost to Kilfs 2 on September 17th. Their one win was against Resting Pitch Face. And they also – they got blown out by Sneak Attack, but that's kind of what they do. So.
Well, they got some time to get it back together. They played Recess Rejects this Wednesday. That's one little final tool game to get under your belt, because then you got the situation, you got Boom, and then to close out the last part of the quarter, you got Fireballs. So
let's go with the next group of 4 here. 2 lost teams: Fireballs, Balls on Ya, Foul Balls, and the Hammers. Surprised to see in this group Balls on Ya and the Hammers, and even the Foul Balls. And these teams have been running the same sort of pack here. The Hammers, maybe you expected a little more from them, but that's been their scheduling. Balls on Ya, you expected higher than this based on their scheduling, but they slid, lost to the Foul Balls. And then Fireballs coming out, you didn't expect them in this group. I would say a pretty new team, and they've put together a solid first quarter.
So which team are we talking about first?
So we'll go Fireballs.
I remember talking about them in the preseason. They were a conglomerate of 2 former teams, wasn't it?
They have some Walk of Shame players on there. Most of them are like the base, the core is like some Walk of Shame guys who broke off, TJ Guari and Brandy Wood. And then they brought in some other people from different teams. I know they got Todd Schimmel from Walkaholics and a few other familiar faces from around the league. But it wasn't, you might be thinking about the Interventions merger.
Oh, that as well.
Yeah. We played them with the Heads a couple weeks ago, and it was a tough loss for them. It was 17-0. They really struggled a bit, but they also didn't have Michael Bailey for that game, who's a pretty good catcher. And it also hurt him twice, actually, because not only did they not have Michael behind the plate, but what they did to compensate was they moved Todd Schimmel from Charger to catcher. And it basically they took their best Charger and put him behind the plate where he wasn't quite as effective. We were able to get our bunt game going, and then found some gaps in the outfield over and over again. So they got some holes. Yeah.
I was like, what does this have to do with the Fireballs again?
Well, I'm just talking about my overall impression. I guess I'm just recapping the game. Whatever. I don't know, man.
We'll go 8 through 5 here. Hayward kills 2 at 2-1-1. Rumspringa.
No, we got nothing to say about any of the other ones.
2-1-1. The Heads at 2-1-1. And then Kick Pitches get money at 3-1. So Kick Pitches got to be the surprise of that group.
Are we not
had a schedule?
Did we skip like 5 teams, or
no? We didn't.
Just
follow my lead.
George talked about him.
All right. So Hayward kills 2, outperforming the kills 1.
There's a lot of swag right there to be outperforming Kilf's 1.
The Rumspringa, the 2-1-1, good record for their start. Could have been better. They've been balling out, if I may, and gonna hang around that first half, I like to think. The Heads, once again, part of that Hammerhead split. Really good team. Tough early 4 games. Lands them at 2-1-1. You like to come out of that first 4 at 2-1-1. And then Kick Pitches get money. They're only lost to Boom. They got a plus 13 run differential, though. Low for that top half. But a team you need to pay attention to because they'll bomb it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Kick Pitches Kills too. I've been really impressed with them. I've watched a couple of their games, and there was a game a couple weeks ago that I really wasn't planning on sticking around and watching. I was going to go watch another game or something, but then it was kind of like which game was that? It was, hold on, I'm going to go back a couple weeks ago. But I was impressed. I think it might have been Interventions, actually. Off the top, it was in the Interventions game. I watched it, and they ended up coming out strong. Interventions came back and tied them, but what really stood out was just they play with a lot of heart. They play hard. They've got some really good athletes in the top half of the team. Randall Hammond is standing out so far, 6 for 7. Austin Whipple, 3 for 4. Jose Fabia, a former kick-ass family member here. Kippy Holbrooks has a home run, 4 for 7 so far. They got some guys, and then Ashley Moore is actually another former KA member is really doing well, kicking 800 at 4 for 5 so far this season. So there's the lead singer from the Counting Crows, he had a home run in the game earlier.
Wait, whoa, what?
Yeah, they got
We always stand up straight.
the lead singer from the Counting Crows.
Yeah.
Adam Durrett.
Yeah. Does he look like Adam Durrett?
No, it's actually him.
No, it's really him.
Really is him?
Yeah.
I've been singing karaoke for Counting Crows this whole time, and this asshole hasn't come up and said hi to me.
And then I'll begin.
Yeah.
Change her ways.
Round here.
Rain King.
I am the rain.
Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's you said Rumspringer's up in that group too, right? 2-1.
Yeah, man.
And we tried. We tried.
Everyone put the Rumspringer to bed a little early because I saw their game with the heads or
Hammers.
Mm-hmm.
and with the hammers.
Mhm.
And you know what? Y'all right up in that shit. Like that was a 1-1 game through several innings.
We had it.
Could have gone either way.
They pulled out, and then they just all over our face. Like, it was tough.
No, but it was
It wasn't on my face. I was on the sideline. Yeah.
a
Gotcha.
couple small
I
mistakes.
just watched
So don't put the Rumspringa away. Look at them at 5, 6, 7.
Really? But yeah, there's some opportunities there. I mean, you tell that they made those mistakes against the Hammers, which the Hammers they'll kind of
It was our
Most
100th
people-
game, bro. We had to encompass all of the Rumspringa history.
the whole experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
The come out swinging, the take no bullshit attitude, and then the colossal meltdown.
But even like a game early, like a week 1 against Fireballs, the game that really, you'd expect Rumspringa to win. You guys come out.
We're tied.
Yeah, I mean they played hard. We got a 3-3 tie, so it's kind of a little bit of a roller coaster there. So hopefully Rumspringa can settle into some consistency and kind of hit that rhythm.
I hope so, Brian. I hope so.
All right, we got 4 teams left. I'm going to go 4-3-2, and then I'll hit the one undefeated team. I think they deserve a little special recognition here.
Sure. Okay.
So at 4, we have Boom at 3-1. And then above them, the Interventions, 3-0-1. And then above them, the Situation at 3-0-1. Of these 3 teams, you have to imagine Situation is one of those early season favorites.
Of course.
As they've won even under a
Fall
different name,
league.
the last 2 leagues.
Well, they've
won the last 2 fall seasons.
Yeah. But, however, they have competition in the number 1 team in our league, who also has the number 1 run differential, who we'll get to shortly because they deserve their own time. But the Situation with that 1 tie against the
Heads?
The Heads, yeah.
against the Heads,
One of those two.
knocking on the door.
That's a
on the
game we
outside.
should have won, man. We should have won that game.
Yeah,
I'm
gave
still
up
not,
an early lead.
I'm still not happy about that.
Which the Situation somehow, this has got to be kind of a crazy step where it has trailed late in several Waka Peninsula games, but somehow there's a testament to them,
Oh yeah.
definitely. But they have still not lost a game. They've come back to tie in at least 3 or 4 of these matches.
Yeah, they've never lost a V8 Peninsula game, which is
That's crazy.
It's great. I mean, but you look at, we had them on the ropes. It was 5-1 in the 5th inning, and they do what they do, man. They're pretty amazing, actually.
Let's take our 4 ounces of each other's
Oh, yeah,
beers.
there you go. You're that later.
You're carrying this podcast, so
Yeah, man. I'm not adding anything.
I'll come back and carry it.
All right, it's a situation. Yeah, they have some really obviously standout players. Their offense has been incredible. You know, you want to talk about a couple players who are perennial members of the All Peninsula team from the situation. Manny Anderson.
Oh, Emmanuel.
9 for 9, 8 runs. That's ridiculous.
He's a tough mother to throw out. I will tell you straight up. I think I've done it one time in my career, and I had to ice my shoulder for 3 hours after that throw because it took all I could to get him out. That dude is very fast and good bunter, man. Like, it's not all speed with him. He has a good bunt. He can get it down.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they got some other people that are up there above 800.
Yeah, they have a few.
Pretty much like, let's say half their team might be above 800.
No, they only got 4 people above 800. Jimmy Wilcox, Kirsten Lewis, both above 800.
I had my sample of the hot dog.
But you talk about a man who, if anyone wonders why there was really no suspense as to who was going to get taken number 1 in the V8 Patriot draft. We all knew it was going to be
Eugene Eford.
And you know what? He continues to show why. I mean, the dude is dominant. He's 4 for 4 this season.
Proof is in the pudding.
His 4 is a single, a double, a triple, and a home run. So he's hit the cycle this season. 4 runs, 8 RKIs, 5 intentional walks. Just
the Barry Bonds of Waka without all the steroids.
Man. His OPS is 3.5 right now. On base plus slugging. Just incredible. So that's the situation. Congratulations. They won that tournament down in Orlando this year.
Yes, congratulations. 7-5-7, baby.
Yeah, I like it. You know, Hammerheads, y'all did a good job. Final 8.
Yeah.
But situation, and we're not a K365 commentary board here.
Although,
however,
we could do a better job if we were, though.
Oh, is that cup empty?
You know, I gotta say, yes.
Good.
Hey, would not do that to you.
Thank you.
Hadn't, from my opinion, not been performing up to expectations in circuit tournaments. Ever since they didn't even
the ousting of the single limb.
Yeah, the VB1 hurt, and they came back and showed that it hurt. So respect to them for jumping back on that train. Situation.
Well, so we're in high-pitched voice here. Let's talk about a team that cracked this top 4 that I think that nobody projected to be in the top 4 until 48 hours prior to season starting, which is Interventions.
Number
Sitting
3.
at 3-0-1. One of 3 no-loss teams in this league. Because you might have remembered when we did the preseason podcast, we were the first to break the news that possible free agents were coming to Intervention.
Yeah, we did break that story.
Yeah, so always tune in if you want the up-to-date rumors and news around the kickball community. Yeah.
JC Cashwell has been ridiculous, man. 5 for 5, 6 RKIs, 5 runs.
Well, how about another free agent acquisition that just happened right then? Eric Stevens. What's he looking like?
Eric Stevens is 4 for 7 so far this season with 5 runs.
Just a foul. Bez Cargar, the Charger.
Cargar's doing all right. 5 for 7, 5 RKIs, 3 runs. I mean, yeah, they're free agents. Not free agents, but I guess for whatever. They're late acquisitions. Trey McGlon, 3 for 4, 2 couple of runs there. Even Mr. Brian Freed, who they picked up at the last hour, 2 for 4 with a run.
Hell yeah.
So they're all contributing.
Some good production.
Very good production. That's a good.
We're not, and I don't want to make it sound like I'm saying that these free agent acquisitions just make the team and that's the team's interventions, because they are stacked with players not mentioned in the free agency.
Yeah, Kevin Knight, Joe Malzy, Pat Smith, Kelsey Whitelock, they've all had good seasons so far statistically.
I think it'll be interesting to see, because I know that the powers that be had the schedule made prior to the free agent acquisition. So we know that they've had, I wouldn't say I'm not like a cakewalk or anything like that, but they've had an easier road in the first third than would have been if we known that the free agents were going to be on that team. So with that being said, I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season and also the playoffs with interventions to see how far they can go this season.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where, especially when you get 6:30 games and some of the South Side players might not be able to make it, that it gets a little bit interesting. I mean, they have had maybe not as tough a schedule as they would have had I known that those players were going to come on. But and the last couple of weeks they've played some close games. The Kilfs 2 tied them, and then original Kilfs. Was it original Kilfs?
Big ups to Kilfs 2 for the top.
Yeah, Kilfs 2 tied them 4-4, and then the original Kilfs they were 0-0 through 4 innings, and then the intervention scored a couple runs in the 5th to win. So it was a close game. So it hadn't exactly been a cakewalk for them. That's for sure.
We've left one team off here. They're the one undefeated. That is undefeated, but undefeated with victories in all 4 of their games.
Yep.
And boasting the best by 10 runs run differential in the league. We got Sneak Attack scoring 36, and they score runs in bunches versus giving up 3 runs. So that's 12-1 on average. Give up less than a run a game. Score 9 runs a game. They've been dominant. They've played good competition.
Yeah.
Not the top level yet, but they have played very good competition. And to post that kind of record against them,
I mean,
is damn impressive.
You can make an argument that they've played top level team. I mean, they've played both the Hammers and the Heads.
Boom and
Boom and Kick in a Box.
Is my kick in a box?
But they're crushing it, man. That team is just we saw that, and we opened up the season with the Heads against them, and just there's no easy outs up and down that lineup. They just are they're tough, man. I still have PTSD from that game. They beat us 4-1. They rolled through the Hammers 9-1. Kick in a Box got destroyed 17-0, and then in their last game, I can't remember who they played, but they won that. It was Boom. No, Balzani. Wait, Boom.
the last game was against Boom.
Yeah, it was 6-1, I think.
6-1.
Yeah,
Correct.
No, so Randy Devlin hasn't made an out all season. 8 for 8, 5 runs. McCoy Wood driving in 4 RKIs, 7 runs himself on 7 hits. Just really up and down. Solid team. Kyle Tyson throwing heat from the mound.
Except when he sees champion at the plate.
Except for when he sees a champion at the plate. My man right here.
Get me out. You ain't done it yet. Maybe you do it this year.
We didn't really talk about Boom, but Boom, because we kind of glanced over that section, but Boom is actually the top performing offensive team this season, not from a runs perspective, but from a kicking average. 618.
It's going on by the Boomers.
They all right. I'll tell you one thing, though.
That's your number 2.
Yeah, if I had to vote for most sexy team, like you're talking about just overall sex appeal, you know I love my Rumspringer ladies, but damn, if that Boom team ain't some sexy-looking people out there on that field. I give you guys like a 9.7 on the sexy meter. Most of it is attributed to Riley.
Yeah, man, let me see that top.
Yeah, that looks good. That's almost the same length as your beard. How does that happen? I can't grow that much hair at all, anywhere, except for the top of my head. That's ridiculous.
I wish I could still grow this on the
You're
top
like
of my head.
you're like the Tom Selleck of our kickball league.
I'll
You
take
should
that.
just shave it into a mustache. Just shave your beard.
Like a big chest stash.
No. Shave your beard and just keep the mustache and then rock open shirts.
Yeah. I really would like the Tom Selleck look on you, like Magnum PI Tom Selleck.
Okay.
I think that would work.
You get a lot of girls.
What? All right. That's what it's about.
But yeah, that's
so that's all 18 teams in a nutshell. Who's any changes? What were our predictions before the season?
Kick Pitches Get Money was my dark horse team. And I think I'm
good right now.
looking real good, looking nice.
Yeah.
Looking nice. And then I think I took the cop out with the situation as being my odds on favorite to win.
I think I picked Sneak Attack.
I think I did Sneak Attack also.
Or
So you guys are looking
at go Hammers?
I don't think you
Yeah,
did.
it makes more sense.
I think we would have chastised you. I think you might have done the Hammer or Heads as one of your dark horse teams.
Or did I go with Situation? I think I went with Situation.
I don't think you went with Situation.
I went Sneak Attack.
Sneak Attack looks like a good bet right now.
Yeah. So is the Situation.
What do you guys want to talk about now?
Well, we got the mid-season party coming up on
Yeah,
October 4th. Let's
Yeah.
talk about this. So new information that I found today, which has been floating around Facebook. I don't have my phone anymore. I broke my phone on Thursday, which is a hilarious story, as Brent beat me in Madden 15 in our league. They marched down the field in the last second field goal. I am not accustomed to losing, especially to rookie Madden League players. So I spiked my iPhone 5 on the ground, and now it does not receive a signal, so I cannot get phone or text messages.
Video game Geno Smith.
Video game
I've
Geno
always loved
Smith
that guy.
can destroy me, but its video game Bears defense is just the worst thing
I'm
since
all in on video games.
dry Captain Crunch without milk. But yeah, all in on Geno. So
I
I
got 2 4th downs.
So what I was alluding to is that without my phone, I don't get notifications. And one notification that Brent's lovely wife Dottie explained to me was that we are having a craft beer festival going down at Mill Point Park in Hampton that day of the mid-season party. For you guys that aren't aware of where Mill Pond Point Park.
Mill Pond
Park.
Mill Park?
Mill
I think
Point
it's Mill
Pond
I think it's
Park?
Mill Pond.
There's no pond there.
Basically is that grassy area in downtown Hampton that is next to all the other buildings on the river, the Hampton River. That one piece of grass. So anyway, there's going to be a craft beer festival there.
Yeah, it's the junior league. I know we have a lot of, or at least some players in the league who are involved with that. So, Randy's wife, Jen, is heavily involved. Sarah Rue's involved with the junior league. So they're doing their craft beer festival. I went last year. The weather was sucky, but it was still really cool. A lot of good brewers were there. So Jen put the information up on the Facebook group. So if you guys are interested, go. Me and Dottie will be there. It's her birthday.
Now I know I'll be there.
So
It was also my
Kyle's
birthday.
Yeah.
Randy will be pouring wine.
I think that was it.
That was another event.
Yeah.
They could pour my beers though
Fuck those motherfuckers.
if they want to.
Yeah, so that's going on. That's a good pregame. So you go to the craft beer festival, and then head over to Stillwater.
Stumble on down to Stillwater.
Yeah, just a block or two away for the mid-season party. The first responders theme.
Which responder are you going to go as? Let's all dress up like the YMCA.
I'm going to go as teacher, greatest hero of us all.
A construction worker isn't a first responder.
First responder to build a building, he is.
Teacher. First responder on your children's life.
Maybe we can dress up like bankers
Low
and be the
cut
first
forensics.
responders and not fuck up your money.
I'm going to go as Marilee Columbus because she's always the first responder to our podcast.
That's a good one, man. Let us all dress in bedazzled skirts
plaid
and
skirts.
ribbons.
Plaid
Like,
skirts.
I want like little ribbons on like my shoulders and stuff, like holding two pieces of cloth together. to cover my body.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the theme. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes getting all slinty.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah, so we got that going on. So big weekend. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I love some mid-season party.
It's a good party.
Oh yeah.
Stillwater's a cool spot, and they're also gonna. I gotta get with Terry Younger, who's also a member
Name
of
drop.
Kicking the Box. She's on Kicking the Box, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I gotta get with her. She owns the place, and she agreed.
Can we just walk?
Well, I think we're gonna do that for the end of season party. That's what Fago was talking about.
Okay.
Because that was it.
Okay.
But what I say, with Stillwater is also gonna host our post-game festivities after the charity tournament on the 25th
Oh, nice.
of October.
Very nice.
Yeah, so I don't know, special or whatever, but she said she wanted to sponsor it, so I was like, oh, cool. That'd be great to have that support. Close by downtown Hampton.
Yeah.
So, the charity tournament, October 25th. We have 13 teams signing up right now, so that's going to be a bigger event than last year. We had 10 teams. We raised $2,300 last year. This year we got 13 teams. I'm hoping we get a couple more before now, the 15th, which is the registration deadline. And I think we got some sponsors lined up, man. Really cool, actually, all the responses that we've gotten. Fidelity Mortgage and Harrison and Lear are going to sponsor the T-shirts. They're going to be the principal sponsors.
Thanks for stepping up.
Yeah.
Roads Corporation.
Harrison Lear, my property management company.
We're doing it all for the charity. So
yeah,
Appreciate it.
sponsoring fields. We have McKendree Services,
all right.
Deer Park Veterinary Hospital.
Oh, yes, I care.
A
Yeah,
couple of walker companies.
David Tortellini Realty,
Okay.
the realtor for Rose and Marble Realty.
Mhm.
Who are other sponsors? Old School Handyman Services, owned by Brent Wentworth Sr.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah.
So my father's sponsoring a field as well. I know Perry and Jennifer Cleggies, Clegges. They're sponsored.
Sponsor some phonics.
They're sponsored a field too, but not as a company, but in honor of a loved one.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's really cool.
That's cool.
There's
Yeah.
a couple more spaces left, so still, if you're interested in sponsoring, hit me up. I know we got a couple more interested, so I think we've pretty much sold them all. But it's really cool. Like that money, it pays for the shirts and then pays for the signs and the banners and stuff, and then it will also add on to the charity as well. So all in all, I'm expecting, my goal is for us to raise over $5,000, and I think we're well on our way to that goal.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Cancer sucks. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
It hit us. Fuck it. And, for me, personally,
Yeah.
after hearing about Rob and everyone, one of my college roommates this past week tested with cancer.
Damn, man.
So, it hit home again.
So we just hit it back harder.
Yeah, we just, I kind of had the framework from this league, which, it's awesome. I said, well, hey, I was talking to his brother. I was like, here's what we do. Kyle was a semi-pro golfer. I was like, we get all the golfers in,
Yeah.
and we make it happen. And not much to say about it. I'll get choked up, but it was awesome. Like everything we did, and it was just like sort of a, here's what we do. Like we made it happen for a couple people in Waka. We can make it happen for a dude a bunch of us loved in college. I mean, great golfer. It sucks that his career is going to be cut short. He had been playing on like minor pro circuits. because of this. Maybe not cut short. You can
We'll get back into the swing of things. No pun intended.
Yeah, but a setback. So
Yeah. That's all. Setback.
yeah. So good stuff. Sorry, didn't mean to take it out on a bad note there, man. But that's something that I just got hit with yesterday.
A little hot in here too, man. A little stuffy.
I know. I could share a funny anecdote about this. I used to send Tom a picture of my nutsack every year for his birthday. It's just kind of something that started, and then
You have to send him
I was like,
half of a sack.
yeah, I was like, I can't send you full set for your birthday
Half
anymore, man. Like, because then I'm a dick.
Like Sons of Anarchy, half sack.
Yeah, half sack. You know.
Kind of.
Speaking of half sack,
All you got me was a wrestling DVD and a Mark Sanchez fathead. I've never got a picture of your nuts.
I mean, I'll give you that, but those are pretty fucking awesome birthday
if I'm thinking
gifts.
about you talking about getting me birthday presents here on Friday, and I know that you've given some friends pictures of newts and your other friends fat heads and fucking wrestling DVDs, either way, I'm
all right,
good.
you got a wrestling
Either way,
DVD.
I know.
You
The
got
rest
the
of the
90s.
90s. You got the 80s. I remember that. Yeah, I've watched it.
I'll get you some very fine booze. All right, and I'll show you my nuts.
All right. I want your nuts on a picture with the booze.
Okay, can we wrap this thing up?
I want your nuts next to a picture of today's newspaper. So I know it's legit.
Yeah, no,
Not just some
bullshit.
I don't want some nuts you found on the internet. I want the real thing.
Real nuts.
something like
I want it next to a piece of paper that says, "Hey, happy birthday, Brent."
Yeah.
So I know
Nuts.
it's legit.
Man, dude. Let's just cut this off. What is this? 9:23?
Yeah, let's just.
All
We
right,
didn't do too bad, man.
You did all
time
right.
to go to bed.
We're out of practice, man. It's been a couple of weeks, so thank you guys for watching. 3 Up, 3 Down. See you at the fields on Wednesday.
Oh, let me do my Obama salute.